Alright. Hello everyone. It's been a while since I've streamed, hasn't it? So the plan today is basically murder mode in Undertale. I'm just gonna kill everything. So yeah, that's what's gonna be happening. I've got my controller ready so I can actually survive things properly, because apparently I'm better with the controller than I am with the keyboard. So I will just get the game started up, and then we can get going. Alright, so let's jump into that scene. Boom. And here we go. How's everyone been today? Out of curiosity. Thanks for joining, Emmy and Cruz. It's good to see you both here. Looks like my webcam's a little desaturated with colour. My red shirt is a lot redder than it seems. I'll just let this play out, and so I've got some unfinished business with my current run, which was a true pacifist run where I was doing the opposite of what I was doing right now, where I wasn't killing anything. Hey Sean, thanks for the raid. Thanks for the raid. It's good to see you here. And I've just got a very simple overlay set up, and it looks like the overlay is over the top of the chat, so I will just quickly get that sorted. There we go. Hey, look, we've got a chat. Yeah, I just noticed that. Let's just pull it down a little bit, and boom. Cool. You deleted your active scene. Oh shit. That would really suck. Okay, so before I get to the actual aim of this stream, which is death, destruction, and sorrow, I will be finishing off the good times. So I've got to... What do I need to do? I don't think I need to do anything, actually. I think I can just say my goodbyes and then come back a very different person. I'm also up for suggestions for what I call the character for this murder run. My character right now is called Spaghetti. There is a 6-character limit, so names can only be 6 characters long, so keep that in mind. But if you have any suggestions what I can call the child, I'm happy to hear them. Thanks for the host, Sean. Yeah, I'm just gonna chat to these guys before I head off. Thanks for hosting, Cruz. Alright, so I'm just gonna chat to the characters a few times, and then I'll head off. Thanks, we've got a bit of a host train going on. Thanks for the host, Emmy. Ah. Yeah, I did notice that, Sean. Would I like a cup of tea? Yes. Oh, well, actually, the cup I had is cold now, so you shouldn't have it. But I am happy you said, so happy you said yes. As soon as I can, I will make some more for you. Then we can be great pals. Ah yes, this character, Alphys. Nope. Perfect. So what have you guys been up to this week? I've been pretty busy because I started uni, as most of you will know, and I've been given some of the more important roles in the team. So I've had to both manage things for what the team members should be doing and also work on my own research stuff and organising what our game is going to be. It's been an interesting thing so far. What happened on Friday? I know you had the UV issues, and so that was causing some problems, but it did eventually get fixed. Was there anything else that was wrong? And you don't have to talk about it here if you don't want to, that's completely fine. I know on Friday for me, two somethings happen, and, with swords, yes. Two things happened, and they caused me to get more than a little frustrated, which is why I didn't end up streaming last night. I was actually going to be streaming this last night, but, I was too frustrated, and I didn't want to do a stream where I'd just be pissed off, because it would just ruin the mood. So, I'm doing it now, where I'm actually relatively calm and relaxed, so I can actually hold a decent stream, rather than one that would just be me silently furious and thinking about things. But aside from that, my week's been pretty good. I've done a fair amount of things. We've been working on, for those of you that don't know, I am actually doing a graduate diploma of management right now, and my uni is actually one for predominantly game development, but also screen media and filming. And so I've formed a studio. We haven't actually officially made it yet, but we've started a studio of 4 people. We've got 3 artists, me included, and 1 programmer, and so we've been working on coming up with what our game will be, because we had an idea before we left last year when we finished our course then, but on Friday, yesterday, our design actually changed a fair amount. We've kept a lot of the ideas that we initially had, as well as a few that we came up with during the week, but we've also come up with a bunch more thanks to our mentors, one of which was actually incredibly excited, and I wouldn't be surprised if people on lower floors actually heard him, because he was very, very loud and pretty enthusiastic about the whole thing, which was actually really exciting. It showed us that, hey, the game idea we've got is actually something that could be pretty successful, which is obviously an exciting thing. It's something you want. You want to have a game that would appeal to people, and right now the one that we've got is hopefully going to appeal to people. We'll find out more once we actually have something to show and something we can actually test. But general idea is it's basically a party game. Emmy, it's hug, just hug, no hugs, just hug, no S. But basically the idea is it's a 2 to 4 player fighting, like, brawler game. And it's also, that commands only Emmy can do it. So, Emmy, you need to use hug and specify someone, and then it will actually do it. If you want to have fun with another command, you can also do !high five, and then you just give each other high fives. You may also do a self five, but yeah. Yes, the game we've been working on conceptually is a 2 to 4 player multiplayer brawler party game sort of thing, and we've gotten a few ideas with, like, who you'd be playing as, what sort of characters or whatever you'd have, and with High Five it's just completely random, so you can't specify anyone. Hugs specified, High Five completely random, so you can high five yourself if you're not lucky. I was thinking about making High Five something that's specified, but I thought it would be better and more fun if it was random, similar to the butt touch that I've seen in a lot of other channels. yeah, so our game's basically just a party brawler. Local multiplayer is the idea right now, but because we've had a few different inspirations and ideas for the game that we're working on. We've seen a few different things, which I've done a case study on one that's the most the closest to ours in design, but ours would be somewhat easier to actually make multiplayer, so we're going to try and target that as well, because not everyone can get, 4 people around the couch and play multiplayer games, which also is why we are going to focus a lot more on 2-player, which will then help with balancing 4-player as a result, because it's just adding a few more people into the mix. But yeah, we're going to be hopefully able to add in networking. Our programmer does have experience actually coding networking. He knows what he's doing with it, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it works out. And once we're further down the line with development, I may actually talk a bit more about what the game actually is. Maybe we'll do a few game dev streams on our Twitch channel, which I set up. But until then, we'll leave it just the way it is. Yeah, for clarification, yeah, so basically, we're thinking more of doing local multiplayer because servers can be costly to, either rent out or purchase and maintain. So local is the cheaper thing to go for. But we would like to have networking as well, because that way more people can play the game, and not everyone has friends in their area that they can, visit easily. So having networking would allow people to play online and share the experience. And yeah, so hopefully we can figure out a good solution for that, as well as a way to fund it. But yeah, I think with servers, we'd probably be better off having our own. But then there's the issue of internet connections and stuff. Like right now, all the teams that are doing the graduate diploma of management are based in the uni on the 3rd floor. So we're all using their network at the moment, and having servers based there probably isn't necessarily something that they would be too happy with doing at the moment. Yeah, having online multiplayer is definitely something we want to do. It's a pretty important thing to have. Okay, so the adventure is coming to a close. This is the Good Times run, where you see all the nice endings. Unfortunately, I'm going to be ruining that for everyone once I return. But yeah, I think definitely online multiplayer is something that you should definitely consider putting in your game if it will work. With our game, online multiplayer is something that can definitely work with our game, because it's a party brawling game, and not everyone can organize a party together if they all live in, like Perth and Victoria or whatever. You can't just travel several hours or days to get there. I can, honestly, Sean, I can reveal as much as I want. I'm the lead. I'm just choosing not to. We have no restrictions whatsoever on what we talk about. I'm just not talking about everything yet, because I want to have, 1, surprises, and 2, a lot of it is still up in the air. We're still discussing and seeing what works. Once we've started doing prototyping, I will know some more concrete details of how the game will work, and what it will actually behave like. So yeah, that's the idea right now. But yeah, it's definitely going to benefit from online multiplayer if we can actually find a cost-effective solution for it. Because so the uni I go to has they have a funding method that you used to be able to access in the first year of this course. But that changed this year, where they actually have a second year available to do now, which they're actually doing for the first time this year with people that were here last year. So they have a funding pool of 500,000, which everyone has access to. So if you have a game that they think will actually be commercially viable and can actually work, then they'll be more likely to actually fund it, as well as if we've got development related things. Yeah, but for now, we actually, in terms of funding, we need to find other methods of funding our games, including stuff like Kickstarters or Indiegogo, you know, the general crowdfunding methods, or throwing it onto Steam Greenlight and hoping that we can get it to work through early access and then potentially fund it that way. Of course, that's something that we can only really consider doing once we have something that has the base mechanics down and solid, and we're just adding content at that point. So Emmy, the internet at the uni isn't actually that bad. It's the download, upload is actually I did a test yesterday and we got around 36 megabits per second up. So I'd be able to do a stream no problem there. It's just if they allow us to do that. I'm going to be talking to my mentors and see what they think about allowing us to do a Twitch stream, because then if we have playable builds later on, we could try streaming them in the game dev channel, provided Twitch allows that, of course. We need to go through their terms of service for creative, and then if they've got anything related to games and development. But oh, Sean, you say uni students don't upload anything. You haven't gone to a game dev school. Game dev, we're uploading shit all the time. Programmers are using source control, stuff like SourceTree, uploading to GitHub, and that's constantly uploading data, depending on what projects they're working on. If they're using Unreal Engine, then they're uploading several hundred megabytes of data, or even gigabytes if it's huge. 3D artists uploading their 3D models, their textures, and everything else to keep them up on the cloud. Designers are uploading documents. So we actually do have a fairly high upload usage compared to most unis, because game dev, you want to back up things on whatever you need. If I was to do Twitch streaming there, I would probably stick with the settings I'm using now. So I'd be using barely anything in terms of their bandwidth. So I'm hoping that maybe, because I'm not going to be like, hey, I want to do 1080p 60 FPS Twitch streams, but rather, hey, I'm going to do a 480p 30 FPS stream that's going to be using roughly 800 kilobits of data, that they'd be okay with this. So we'll see. I'll have to discuss it. I've discussed with my team about it and they're interested. It's just a matter of if we can get the okay from them. And if we do, we won't be doing it straight away. We'll be doing it once we have something we're happy with showing off, because early prototypes aren't going to be anything to really look at. They're not going to look anything like what the final game will look like. Functionally, they may behave the way they are, but in terms of looks and everything, the graphics are going to be incredibly early. They're not going to be final in any way. You'll have stuff like grey box assets, so there'll be no textures whatsoever. Character models will just be like blocks, so there'll be like a block head, a blocky body in pieces for representing the various joints. You'll have like arms in 2 pieces, legs in 2 pieces. Everything in the environment is just going to be like blocks as well. There's not going to be anything really to look at, and I don't think people are... Some people might be interested in seeing that sort of thing, but it's not something I would really want to show off. I'd prefer to show off something once we have some nice-ish arts to show off, as well as functional gameplay that we've tested beforehand, so we don't get weird bugs while we're actually playing it. Because... if I spoke to the right people, yeah, possibly. But, the download speed there is a little, unstable. Upload is actually fairly stable. It's actually, every time I've done a test, it's just gotten a higher result every time, so I shouldn't even really need a prioritize IP. So hopefully they allow it, and I can start getting that sort of thing set up. And yeah. This is the good ending credit sequence where we see all the characters are happy and just living their lives with everything that they desired going forward and working with them. So yeah, I'm going to be coming back once this credit sequence is over and just raining on that parade, stabbing things, punching things. There'll be no survivors, and yeah, so then it's not going to be a good time by any means. It's going to be bad times. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, Cruz told me he actually got his business cards, and it was just it was pretty cool that he's already gotten them, and then you still haven't gotten yours, Sean. That really sucks. What the hell is Mettaton doing with he's got his robot body? I've heard that Ozpost has had some issues for some things with a few people. My mum actually had, well, last year she got really into just crystal collecting. So every so often we'll just get crystals delivered to the door, but like, you know, in boxes and whatever. But she's had times where there's been things that have been shipped in Australia and they've taken weeks to arrive. Something from China takes, you know, a few days, and it's a little odd. Hopefully you get your cards soon, though. Like, hopefully they show up next week, because you'll need them before you actually leave. Yeah, I know, they haven't sent those letters, and that's been really shitty. You might have been better off just, like, sending a scan of the letter to them, if you have a scanner, of course. Just, like, that would probably work out better. I think the main issue with Ozpost at the moment, though, is that... Okay, so I generally don't want to engage in political conversations, but gist of it is, our government is really screwing over Ozpost right now in terms of funding, and so issues with them recently in the past few years will, for the most part, come down to that, which really sucks, but it's the way it is at the moment. I have no idea myself, Cruz, but I'm sure a quick Google search would give you an answer. Oh shit, this is the special credits. Oh god. There's a bonus if you can get through it without touching anything. Which I'm most likely not going to get, but we'll see what happens. God. Yeah, no, it's... How? How? How does one... How does one? How do? Okay. This is how do. God damn it! Okay, well this is easy. But it's too late, I've already hit things. Now it's a matter of just reducing the amount of things I hit from now on. Well, I hit 2 more. 3. 4. How are you going, David? Good to see you here. Yeah, we've just been having serious-ish discussion on things. Yeah, so this is special credits. Welcome to this. This is a thing. The credits are shooting at you, and you want to try and avoid getting touched by them. And if you can actually do a no-hit run, you actually get access to a special room. And it has some things in it, clearly, that you know, nice little bonus for a successful no-hit. But I touched a lot of names, so I don't get to go through into that door. Though apparently there's another way to access it, so yeah. Though that being said, I'll most likely not actually access it with the run I'm doing, because I'm going to be murdering all the things. And yeah. Gonna be fun times for a few, and then bad times for others. Alright, and here's Toriel with the, what is it, butterscotch cinnamon butterscotch pie for Frisk, the child. Welcome back, Emmy. That's fine. You did miss some pretty trippy credits. That was a thing. But yeah, you missed that. Speaking of whatever, I don't know. I gotta drink some. I gotta drink. Sean! What's up? Guys! Chrissy is like 40 followers ahead of you. Oh, wow. Yeah, you were overtaking him and now he's overtook you. That's a thing. He must be destroyed. Follow a competition now. Can I actually continue, or do I have to close the game out? Is the game trolling me right now, or what? Damn it, Toby. Grabs his rocket launcher, grabs a cup of coffee. Okay, I think this should finish soon, but it also might not. I'm going to use Google to get the answer. True. Pacifist and dog. How long does it take with the dog? Do I have to close the game? Okay. So I have to close the game to actually continue. So let's do that, because this dog's being a piece of shit. So you're just... This game is trolling me. Alright. Here we go. Now let's get going. Oh, Flower's here. Yes, that is correct, Cruz. Speaking of which, let me just do something quickly. Boop boop boop. Done. Okay, sweet. So, this flower is just telling us how all the monsters are happy, everyone else is happy, everything is happy, and there's nothing left to worry about. But there is something to worry about. And that something to worry about is me. Because I can't just allow these people to have a happy ending. They can't have a happy ending. There's no happy endings. I have the power to reset, and everyone is going to have to deal with this, and they have no choice whatsoever. And Flowey is just talking about the power that I have. And it seems like Flowey is trying to talk me out of resetting. Unfortunately for Flowey and everyone else, I am still going to do the reset. It's going to happen, and they have no say in the matter. I will not let them go. They are not going to be happy. Lives will not be lived. Lives will be cut short. And enemies will be killed where they stand. Everything is going to be started over. It's time for the bad times to begin. And all of the happiness that these monsters have experienced is about to come to a close. So, a true reset is about to start. Okay, so does anyone have a suggestion on what I should give this human, what name I should give this human? There is a limit of 6 characters, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, if you have a suggestion for what this character should be called, feel free to say it. Otherwise, I'll just name the character something myself. So, yeah. Suggestions. Names. Random letters. Anything. $500. Twitchy reads fanfic. 750 Kasari sings. 1,000 Twitchy coffee show giveaway. Sounds pretty good for a call it Flamey. So we've got Flamey and Sean as suggestions. My suggestion is murder, but that's just me. You think Flamey? Cruz agrees. So Flamey? Is that what's going on? Okay. Death. Okay, let's go with that. Death. Deathy. Deathy. Okay, let's just go with Deathy. I had Spaghetti as a name, let's go with Deathy. Okay, T-H-Y. Deathy. Okay. It's time for Deathy to rain hellfire and death and destruction on everyone. Such an unassuming looking child. Little do you know, they have intense murderous thoughts. Spaghetti, ballon, pasta. Yes. Oh yeah, I'm definitely new to the underground. I've never played this game before. I have no idea who you are. I mean, you can try. Tell me what things are. Bufferino, oh shit, no! That sucks. I've not dropped any frames, so there's nothing I can do. Contacted Optus and Telstra for pricing and Optus and internet speeds. Sweet. So how's that gone? No difference. Costs more. What were you contacting them? What internet type were you contacting them about? Oh no, Cruz has buffering now. Well, again, no frame drops whatsoever, so I would blame Twitch. Oh, I just got hit. Network in your area, you have the fastest. Most of them near you are 800 kilobits up. So you can't get any improvement from Optus or Telstra either. That sucks. That really sucks. Actually, I tweeted out before I started that I had done some speed tests. ADSL 2 plus is the best you can get, so that's the only thing you can get in your area. That's bullshit. That is utter bullshit. That's trash. That really... yeah, wow, that sucks. ADSL is really bad for stability. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised that you can actually stream with the internet you have, given how unstable ADSL 2 Plus is, or any of the ADSL types. That being said, my internet's also not the most stable at times. You're gonna try and move into a place that has NBN? That's a good idea, definitely a good idea. Definitely something to look into. Alright. So, this with this run, there's basically no difference, for the most part, until I have killed everything. And, this is the very first thing that we will kill. Now it's dead. We just murdered a dummy. It has been dumbfounded, I guess you could say. But here is the beginning of the downfall for Deathy. That would be amazing, Sean. That would be so good. Honestly. The only thing is I don't have the most stable financial situation at the moment. But yeah. I mean, I saw the opportunity, and I had to take it. I mean, wouldn't you? I mean, Emmy probably would. So, yeah. But yeah, no, like, going somewhere that has NBN would be amazing, but only if it was the NBN that was installed before the current government took over. If it was NBN after the current government, I would actually prefer to stay in my current situation, because while that NBN would be a little more stable, it will also be slow as fuck. And still copper, which means that weather could cause issues too. Not including bills and food, yeah, of course. I mean, so, like, if I had access to NBN, I would probably try to get one of the higher tiers of NBN. Especially if, you know, this theoretical situation where we all move together, we'd all probably be doing streams as well. If we end up doing, you know, like dual streams or whatever in that same house, we'll need to have high enough upload to actually handle multiple going at once. So we'd probably want internet that would be at least 25 up, and then we stream at our current settings, and then people have the ability to also do other things. We'd probably want at least 50 down. Just, you know, mostly because I'm doing game dev stuff and I would like to download my game builds and everything, but also just because it will generally help people with things. So, yeah, no, I'm just saying we would want more as a failsafe, because things can go wrong, even with fiber optic cabling. Even with that, you can still get issues, and having that as a failsafe would help. Because there's always other things going on rather than just that. Alright, so I'm gonna stop making progress now. So this run that I'm doing now, the murder run, as I call it, what it involves is literally just killing everything that shows up as a random encounter. So this game actually has a set number of enemies that show up in random encounters, and you can kill all of them. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. So I'm not actually going to be moving any further until I've got that done. Yep. Welcome to the Mad Brad. That is basically what I'm doing, though I don't call it that because, just out of respect to the developer, Toby has requested that people don't refer to it as the Genocide Run, so I'm just respecting his wishes with calling it something other than that. And I'm just gonna take all the candy because, hey, Deathy is a piece of trash and is killing things, so why not, you know, take all the candy as well. This kid doesn't know how to share, this kid just knows how to murder. And that is all they desire. Death and destruction of everything. Yeah, the developer didn't want it to be referred to as genocide. So I've just avoided calling it that myself. Another thing to note with this run, there are going to be moments of downtime where nothing is happening whatsoever, when I'm just walking around trying to get random encounters. Because when you are doing this run, as you've killed more and more enemies, the random encounters actually become more spread out, so you actually get less random encounters than in general. Yeah, the evil run works as well. There's no official name to this type of run, it's literally just killing everything. And so people have come up with different names to refer to it. So there's the piece of shit run, there's the murder run, people have called it extermination, and all sorts of things. I'm just calling it murder. Because, I mean, it's cold-blooded murder. Oh, that quote. Yeah, that was a quote that Sean did. That was something. But yeah, so expect to just see me wandering... Expect to see me just wandering around, having no random encounters because there's like 5 enemies left. Because, you know, there's gonna be less enemies and so it's just gonna dwindle down. Also expect all the playful text to go away. There is no playfulness with this character in this run. This character is all business right now. And that business is, it's just murder. It's just murder. So, yeah, once I've finished with this, every save point is either going to show a counter saying how many enemies are left to kill, or it will say determination, which indicates that you've killed everything already. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just referred to as pacifist by everyone. Everyone's just gone with pacifist. He's, as far as I'm aware, been okay with it being called pacifist and true pacifist. So, yeah, as far as I'm aware, it's fine to call that run just pacifist. That was actually the run that I ended on. When I started this stream, I was actually finishing off my true pacifist run. Basically just saying goodbye to the characters before they end up getting erased from existence. But yeah, I'm fairly certain he's fine with that. I don't think there are any negative connotations with that term, so it should be fine. Oh, that sucks, Cruz. That sucks. I know, there was a suburb pretty close to mine that was actually getting MBN rolled out in the test phase with the good one. And, I was really disappointed when I found out that it was actually there and it wasn't actually getting rolled out here. And as far as I'm aware, it's still not getting rolled out here, though even if it is getting rolled out here, it's not going to matter because there's going to be a downgrade. No, I didn't go back to the beginning, but I know what happens in the... if you go back to the beginning in the pacifist run, I do know what happens, yeah. mentioned a game I wanted on oh, yeah, I'm trying to remember what it's called now too. Torchy Flames. Alright, I'll just walk around, and I'll check on my phone. Because I've got it on my wish list on Steam now, I'm pretty sure. So I'll tell you what it is. Let's see. Did I have... I think I put it on my wish list, apparently I didn't. Oh, I'm a derp. Does Toby have plans for making a new game? I have absolutely no idea. I think he was hinting that he was going to work on something. But, yeah, he made like a brief hint of some sort that he was actually working on a new game. But then... I think he clarified that it's just like he's considering working on something new. So, at the moment we have no idea if he's working on anything new or not. So far he's made a patch for this game. He may or may not make another one. But, at the moment, yeah, I think he's just working on game music for the Homestuck game. Hive something. Forgot what it's called. But yeah, he's working on music for that. But I don't know if he's working on anything new himself. At least for the moment. He might be, and he just hasn't announced it. But as far as I'm aware, he isn't working on anything new. Alright, so I'm just checking Steam now. I'm going to take a look at popular new releases. It should be listed in here. And we'll find out. These things are easy to kill. The Whimsims are just complete pacifists. They will not fight back. So when you see them, if you're doing a pacifist run, you can literally just spare them and it's fine. In turn, if you're fighting them in murder, you just one-hit kill them and they go bye-bye. Their life just gets extinguished, put out, and they are terrorized, and it's bad times. Okay, I'm just digging through Steam. The patch had, yeah, the change to darker blue. It also added a few bonus things in Sans' room. They added a few more pieces of flavor text in that lab. And I think also the bonus room that you can get to in Snowdin has some extra stuff too. I think there's some extra dialogue with the dog. So he added a few subtle things to the game. And people are still digging through it to find out if there's anything more. Still trying to find this game. I should see if I can actually sort by... Is there a filter? I saw someone post that game on Twitter, but I don't remember what it was called. I'm gonna keep digging until I find it. If I can find it. What was it called? Actually, I've got a better idea. Rather than digging through Steam, because there's a shitload of games there, I'm gonna go onto the PlayStation Store and take a look at it that way. Easier to look through, because it's got less releases. So, PlayStation blog. Firewatch, there we go! Boom! Boom! Thanks, Emmy. Found the game. Firewatch. Yeah. That game looks really, really good. Its art style is just gorgeous. It looks so nice. 10% off right now? Nice. That's cool. How much is it? Slime Ranchers on your list first. Slime Rancher looks pretty cool. One of the people on my team, also a friend, showed me the game, showed me a video of Markiplier playing the game, Slime Rancher, and it looks like an interesting game. $17, $19, $18, so it's around $25, $26 Australian. Okay. Cool. It's not too bad. Okay, so we have killed everything in the ruins. You may or may not notice that the music has changed. Determination. And we have officially begun the murder run. It is here, but nobody came. So when you kill everything, the game lets you know, and you see random spawns, but there are no enemies. You just get to the point where you just have killed everything. Everything is dead. So, yeah, we're still gonna get random encounters, but there's gonna be nothing there. Oh, I was so close. So close, I just had to go diagonally there. So this music is actually the standard music, just slowed down a shitload. And I think it's also pitch shifted a little bit too. So, yeah. Music that you hear in the base game, in neutral and pacifist runs, is still played here, but it's slowed down and distorted. Basically, making the game feel a lot darker. Because, I mean, you're killing everything. This also means that all the fun time, a lot of the fun text with environments, you may also have noticed that a ghost just disappeared. In neutral and pacifist runs, you actually encounter that ghost and have a short fight, or rather discussion or act. You give jokes, you can flirt with the ghosts, all that stuff. But here we've scared the ghost away, wants no part in it. There are also usually some little froggets here to provide some tutorial dialogue, but as you've killed everything, they're not here, because they can't actually get here, because they've already been killed. Another thing is, when you drop down these sections in neutral and pacifist, you actually have a few enemies to fight. In this run, they are gone. You never actually encounter them at all. That being said, there are a few puzzles that you still do need to do in some sections. But for the most part, every puzzle in the game has also been removed. And you would think that as a result, that this run would actually be a little faster than the others. But it's actually not. The boss fights are... I should probably say this. This is my first time playing, but I have seen this. I did spoil myself. Things are different. Boss fights are a little tougher. So this run isn't actually any faster than the others. Especially when you're wandering around trying to kill everything. Spending a lot of time you know, trying to do that. Okay, so I'm gonna have to eat something so I can have a little more room in my inventory so I can pick up this knife. And then I will drop the stick because I have no use for it. You can actually use the stick to interact with certain enemies, or I think almost every enemy. But I'm not gonna bother with that because this kid is all business, all murder, no fun times. I'm also going to skip any dialogue that is the same as other runs. Just because. I'll try and leave enough time for you to read it, but I'm going to be jumping and I'm not going to just wait for it to scroll all the way through. So apologies if you're a slow reader, but unique dialogue is going to get a stronger focus. Unless of course you all want me to go through the dialogue, in which case I will. And I don't think there's anything I can collect here. There is still there is a fair amount of funny dialogue still in the funny or humorous or somewhat witty dialogue in this run. This is one of the first examples of different text. Usually it says, "It's you." This time, it says, "It's me, Deathy." It's me, Deathy. Murder time. Yeah, no worries, Sean, that's fine. Where are the knives? Alright. So, I think Deathy is a little tired. Better give them a chance to have some sleep. They need some rest before they begin going on a bloodthirsty rampage. Welcome to Murder Town, Australia. Population, you. Yep. Ultimate Spork Lord. I did actually, in my other run, read through the text, but it took a bit of a toll on my voice that day, because I did some voices that were a little straining on the voice, so I will most likely not read any lines. I may read a few, but most of them I'm just going to leave as just being read. I won't actually say them. So, Toriel has had a few humans fall down, and as a result, she is very worried for their well-being. So what she's planning on doing now is destroying the exit for the ruins, because she doesn't want anyone to die. Unfortunately for her, Deathy wants her to die. And also, unfortunately for her, Deathy is a bit of a dick. and has a tendency to use underhanded tactics. So we're not necessarily going to just fight her outright. No. We're going to hit her at her weakest moment and end it in one fell swoop. Or one stab. Because again, Deathy is a huge dick, and very bloodthirsty. Very devious. Very cunning. You may also notice now that I'm doing this, the attacks are actually calming down a little bit. They become easier as you spare the character, because what you're doing basically is showing her that you do not want to fight, and she, as a result, is also slowly becoming less willing to fight herself. Yeah, the battle system in this game is very interesting, I really like it. It's like a mix of bullet hell and some RPG games, like Legend of Dragoon and stuff like that, that have like different weapons in this game. Every weapon that you get has a slightly different behavior when you actually use it to fight, which is actually pretty cool. So there's a uniqueness to the different weapons. So while certain weapons are more powerful, some will do more hits and stuff like that. I think I'm gonna use an item to heal first before I continue. Okay. I think it's time. Again, I'll reiterate, Deathy is a dick. You really hate me that much? Now I see who I was protecting by keeping you here. Not you, but them. And with that, that is the first section completed. And the first boss kill also done. So now we have a chance to exit the ruins and continue on our merry way, committing murder. You're not really human, are you? No. You're empty inside, just like me. In fact, you're Deathy, right? We're still inseparable, after all these years. Listen, I have a plan to become all-powerful. Even more powerful than you and your stolen soul. Let's destroy everything in this wretched world. Everyone. Everything in these worthless memories. Let's turn them all to dust.
That's a wonderful idea.
Alright. So, we have befriended Flowey with our murderous intent. And those of you that have played this game before may notice that Flowey didn't actually laugh. That was, actually a voice clip of, "That's a wonderful idea," which I can't actually pull the voice off for, so sorry about that. Alright, so, now we are heading into a snowy location, and it seems like someone is following us. Thanks, Chris. Thanks. So yeah, we're getting followed by someone. And there is a bit of ambient noise slowly but surely building up. So, human, don't you know how to greet a new pal? Turn around and shake my hand. So this is Sans. He's a comic. You may also notice the font. So here's one of the biggest examples of the game dialogue changing. Because now that we've started the murder run, characters are slowly noticing that Deathy is not entirely human. Or rather, they are questioning if Deathy is actually human at all. Sans the skeleton. Yep. It's a very pixelated Comic Sans. And he has a brother named Papyrus. We'll be meeting him shortly. Alright, Emmy. If you're already mad with Comic Sans, wait till you meet Papyrus. Okay, I guess you don't have to. Sans! Have you found a human— I can't— nope. Nope! Never mind. I'd need to practice that properly, so that's not gonna happen. Yeah, he has Papyrus as his font. Why do you hate this game, Emmy? This game just wants to have fun. So, you know, it'd really help me out if you kept pretending to be one. So, yep. Here's a more obvious example of the extermination, murder, whatever route music actually being slowed down. And here's our first fight. Snowdrake. Oh, by the way, Emmy, you may or may not like these enemies. They pun. He tries to pun. 15 left. Alright, and here's the first example of a box, which will allow us to carry items back and forth. The items that you put in the box will be in other boxes that you find later on. And they just get carried through the game. But yeah, I'm just gonna be wandering around in the first few sections, fighting some enemies. And yeah, so this music that's playing right now is a very slowed down version of the snowed in music. Yeah, they're like ender boxes, basically. That's basically what they're like. Oh yeah, and so here's an example of a weapon behaving differently to others. The Tough Glove actually allows you to do multiple hits when you choose to fight with the weapon. Oh, and here's Lesser Dog. Let's give him some pets. We may be murderous and be having a slight rampage, but that doesn't mean that this child doesn't want to have some fun. Figured out why I'm so smart? Please explain. Go ahead. Also, that blue attack was one of the first examples of an attack that you actually have to stay still with. So these attacks, basically, what they do is, if you move, when it's moving past you, you'll take damage. If you're still, it will just go past. It's basically like a stop sign, except don't think red, think blue. Beep boop. I am a computer. I think I have misplaced my USB cable though. Now, if you really want to know why I know things, it's basically just because I read a lot. I just read things. Yeah, I don't know, if I like something, I'll research it, I'll do some reading into things and find out what I can about it. So, with this game, for example, I've seen a few different playthroughs of the game. I've seen some, oh, hold on. Wield a stone dogger made of pomegranates. I'll let that sink in. But, like, with things that I really enjoy, I'll put in time researching, reading up on things, seeing different playthroughs or whatever, and just finding out what I can, because, I don't know, I'm a nerd. It's just what I am. And yeah, the puns are real. The puns are definitely there. Pay attention to the tail of this dog. Alright. I think Lesser Dog has had too much fun. I think it's time to cut it short. So that was Lesser Dog. If you choose, you can actually keep patting the dog until their head goes underneath the dialogue box. But I didn't really feel like doing it. I've done it in my other playthrough, so you can check it out. No, actually you can't check it out. I think I made a GIF of it, so there's that. But yeah, it basically just keeps going. And Emmy, for like your first time seeing this game, this is probably a distorted way to view it. Because I'm playing the game the way that you shouldn't play the game. The way you should play the game is generally trying not to kill things. The way I'm playing the game is killing everything. If you want to get the most enjoyment out of the game, it's generally a better idea to do a neutral playthrough where you just kill things wherever, but you, for the most part, just let things live. You don't just outright look for fights to kill things. And it's generally a more enjoyable experience, at least story-wise. You also get some more entertaining dialogue. This run does punish you for doing it. This run is by no means an easy one to do. It makes things a bit of a grind. You have to, you know, spend a bit of time just wandering around, hoping that a random encounter will show up. No bedtime, only dead time. Dead time for you. Alright, let's see how many we've got left. 8. So we're halfway there. I think we'll wander forward a little bit. See some more things. I feel like trying to do a voice, but I know that I'm not going to be able to pull it off, so I'm not going to bother. I can sort of do the interpretation that people have done for Sans' voice, but the Papyrus one is just very difficult to pull off. At least without practicing it. Don't you only have one outfit? Oh, right. Good idea. Say, why don't you look over there? So they're having a bit of a freak out moment. Behold. So yeah, Sans and Papyrus have an interesting dynamic. They're a pretty humorous set of brothers. Pretty funny. They have some good dialogue. They're not that serious in terms of behavior and everything. And Papyrus has realized that Deathy is a human. And now he is giving his spiel on the various dangers and puzzles and everything else that will be experienced by Deathy. But there will be refreshments. Speaking of... he also likes to say "nyeh-heh-heh." Nyeh-heh-heh. And you don't even bat an eye, huh? So Sans is trying to encourage Deathy to be a little more playful, just for the sake of Papyrus, because Papyrus has wanted to see a human for a very long time. And unfortunately, they didn't get Spaghetti. Spaghetti's gone. Spaghetti has been erased from existence. Instead, we have Deathy. And Deathy is very silent, very serious, and all about murder. And they also really don't like puzzles. They have very little time for them. Alright. Now we get to see Doggo. And you'll notice that a lot of characters will mention fear or other such feelings. And that is because Deathy has a pretty cold aura, very deadly look to them. And it catches people off guard. So the gimmick with Doggo is basically blue attacks. So stay still and you survive, and Doggo can't do shit. Unfortunately, what that means for Doggo is death. So, yeah, now Doggo is gone. Oh yes, and this game does have some ice physics going on. Alright, no problem, Emmy. See you later. Alright, and this is a snowman. The snowman wants us to take a piece of us, of the snowman with us to, basically take on our travels. But Deathy has other ideas. Deathy has very different ideas. Thinking of setting up for 1,000 followers a how to stream video? Or how to be a streamer? Yeah, that sounds cool. Because yeah, most of them are basically just how to set up the software, but not how to stream. What you should do, how you should be. What you should, basically just what you should do in the streaming, area and everything. Yeah, that's definitely a good idea. Actually, speaking of, that, so you'd be doing it in video format, but there is a website that I would recommend, that does it in blog format, and that is this. So, I'll just post this into chat. Streambig.net. That actually is a blog set up by IH or Pi, and it covers various things on it covers videos, not videos. It covers how to set up OBS, benefits and whatever differences between different streaming software. Mentions things about capture cards, microphones, how to be a good streamer, stuff you should be aware of with streaming new release games, finding an audience, and everything else like that. And I've been using that website quite a bit recently, just to find ideas on things I should do to improve my own stream. And yeah, it's definitely a good place to look at. Oh me oh my, what are you doing? Soon there won't be any of me left. You got the snowman piece. There's still more snowman pieces to collect. So we'll be back. Because Deathy wants to kill everything. Stop! Please! You got the snowman piece. A useless pile of snow. So, we just murdered a snowman. Do you want to build a snowman? No. I wanted to pull it apart and rip it to pieces. So let's see what Sans and Papyrus are up to now with their puzzles and everything else. Do you want to kill a snowman? Yes. Do you want to kill a snowman? Deathy wants to kill a snowman. Yes! So, as I said earlier, Deathy has no time for puzzles. They find them boring and just a pain. So they don't give them the time of day, they just keep going and give no shits. Unfortunately for Papyrus, he loves puzzles and he's very off-put by Deathy's distaste for them. Opens up every tab on this website to read. Yeah, that's what I did. When I found the website, I was just like, well, yeah, I'm just gonna read everything, read all the things. Has some very good advice on choosing games to stream, which I've ignored because I just want to stream whatever. I don't, at the moment at least, I don't care too much about being a big streamer. I just want to stream for fun. But he's got some good advice on finding games to stream, and you know, when to stream a new game, what you should do, and you know, the research and whatever you should do beforehand. Because new games can both be a good way to increase your, you know, improve your stream, or not improve it, but grow it. But it can also not do that. You can end up just sitting at the bottom of a pile of just thousands of people streaming the same game. Because new games can have the potential to get more viewers because people will be curious about that game and want to find out things, see people playing the game before they make a purchasing decision. Same thing people do with Let's Plays of new releases. But I mean, there's also the chance of streaming a big game, a new release, and seeing no growth whatsoever. So he has suggestions on what you should do in that regard, as well as just finding games that you should play, which you shouldn't just play the popular games, you should play games that you enjoy, or something that has been suggested to you that has been suggested as something that you would enjoy, because playing something you hate, it can have some appeal for some people, but for the most part, people don't want to see someone that's pissed off and getting angry. Although some people can be entertained by that, but for the most part, people can be off-put. So it's something to be aware of. Okay, so we have a snowball to play golf with, so I'm going to try and hit it in. And hopefully, before it melts. The physics of this thing are a little fun to deal with. And unfortunately it just melted, so I'm gonna try again while it's large. You can actually get different, at least in the standard playthrough. I don't think I've seen anyone actually play snow golf, so I don't know how it goes. We'll find out, I suppose. Just snowball. Alright, so I'm gonna head back and wander around a bit to where I actually find enemies spawning, so I can continue with the death and destruction of everything. I don't think anything spawns there. Actually, there should be a save point further along that will keep me updated on how I'm going and how it's all progressed so far. I think there are 2 paths I can take. Okay, so I can go here, but I can also... I don't think there's anything up there to get, actually. So this is Sans' puzzle. And he's just thrown it on the ground. Again, Deathy doesn't care. Deathy doesn't want to give a Deathy doesn't give a shit about reading. Deathy just wants to kill. So, yeah, Sans screwed up there. Okay. Sweet. So, this spaghetti down here is something that Papyrus has left for Deathy to eat. But unfortunately it's frozen, just frozen on the table. So, Deathy can't actually eat it. And it looks like the button that you need to press in that section has already been knocked down by, or pressed down by vines. Oh, and we've got 3 enemies together to fight, including Jerry. Damn it, Jerry. Why does he have so much health? Oh my god. Gonna need to do something about Jerry. So, Jerry is a monster that actually extends the length of attacks by other monsters that are with it. So, these attacks are going to last a lot longer than usual, just simply because of Jerry's presence. And while it is possible to ditch Jerry, I'm not going to be doing that, because I don't want to risk potentially sparing him. So I'm going to kill Jerry first. One interesting thing with fighting multiple enemies is that all of their attacks get done together. So it can make things a lot more difficult. Especially when Chilldrake's doing an attack like that. Luckily enough, the sort of cavern thing was a lot wider, which made it a little easier to get through. Okay, so Jerry is almost dead, which will allow us to then get the other characters finished off. And once that's done, I don't know how many other enemies we'll have left to fight. I think it said 7, so there'll be 4 left. And they'll more than likely be spread out with fights of 1v1 rather than a 3v1 like this. So now Jerry's dead, these attacks aren't going to last nearly as long as they used to. Just going to make things a little easier. So we're going to make sure that Chilldrake loses his chill, because Deathy's not about that. Deathy has no chill. Deathy is all about the kill. Alright, so I'm gonna head back and check how many I have to kill now. 4, sweet. So I'll just need to wander around a little bit in this section, and then I can continue onwards. Seems like the music has gone somewhat closer to normal in terms of speed, which is interesting to note. And we've got Jerry to fight again. You just can't get rid of him. But after this fight, I'll only have 2 left, so that's going to make things a little easier. But yeah, I'm going to kill Jerry first. Anywhere you'd need to go for Vic Road legislation? What's it called? Vic Road? I forgot. I'm fairly sure it's Vic Roads. That should be the site. If it's down, then what did you need to know, Cruz, about the Victorian road legislation and everything? I may or may not be able to answer questions. No guarantees, but I might be able to. RMS, and they don't cover interstate driving. Right. Yeah. It'd be helpful if the various states did have some information on the other states' road laws and such. I think it would definitely make things easier, but even if they had a link to the other ones, which they may or may not already do, and it's just that Vic Roads is down as a result. But yeah, it should just... different rules on provisional drivers going interstate. Well, you need to be 18 to have your Ps in Victoria, which may or may not cause issues with interstate driving for people that are underage. I don't know for sure how they handle that. That's probably where the website would come in. But, yeah. You get your Ls at 16, but you don't get your Ps until you're 18. And even then, we have two provisional types. You start with the reds, and then you go to the greens. The reds have a few more restrictions placed on them. The greens are a little less restrictive, but still have a few restrictions to deal with. And then after a few years from that, you can then move on to the full license. You're given a certain amount of time. Okay, sweet. So then things should be fine. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Because I don't have too much of an interest in driving at the moment. The last time I did reading up on that was when I was like 16. But yeah. Yeah, we have some fairly high restrictions with our road laws. And yeah, punishments. They're also a thing. That's something to keep in mind and be aware of. Like, I've seen the charts and everything, at least from the learner book that I got given when I was 16, when it had a chart showing like safest drivers to least safe drivers, and the safest drivers were the ones on the Ls, and then as soon as they moved on to the Ps, they became the most likely to be involved in an accident. So yeah, they have some tougher restrictions on people that are on their Ps as a result of those figures. Because drivers on their Ls, it's basically like you go from being the safest driver to then no longer having to worry about the learning stuff, and some people then, I guess they become lazy or something. But yeah, P-platers have a drastically increased rate of accidents from learners, which is a pretty big problem. Okay, so once this fight is over, I've actually killed one extra enemy than I need to, than are actually left, so I guess Jerry doesn't exist. People get overconfident because they don't have restrictions and a guardian stopping them from doing crap. Yeah, I can definitely see that. I can definitely see that happening. Overconfidence can definitely spell disaster. well, I don't think I'll need to eat an item, but I'm going to try and be a little more careful now. Yeah, I can. That's definitely something that can happen. All right, so we've got a determination, and also a level up, so I don't actually need to use any items, which basically means that everything is dead. Alright. So now we have the dog marriage. Dogami and Doggeressa. Oh, that really sucks. Alright, so... tend to avoid sticking behind or next to P-platers because you know too many idiot. Yeah. Definitely fair enough. I have a stigma for a reason, definitely, yeah. So weird seeing the different blue. Because when I started this game, it was a brighter, more green blue, and now it's a very different tone to what it was. It wasn't another P-plater that did it, it was the idiot you were sitting there. Well, that's not good. I should explain, so I killed Doggeressa first, because Dogami actually... if Doggeressa is killed, Dogami will actually basically give up fighting you. But if you kill Dogami first, Doggeressa will become much more aggressive, and as a result, a lot tougher to fight. I'm just gonna quickly drink a bit more water. Oh, out of curiosity, Sean, what game were you planning on streaming tonight? I don't think I even need to do any of these puzzles either. Yeah, no, I don't. They're all done. Or rather, they haven't even been set up. Driving and approach to T intersection. Oh shit! Wow, that's... oh. That is really not good. You gonna stream GTA Vice City? Sweet. Yeah, I'll definitely be there too. So again, Deathy gives no shits about puzzles. This puzzle is supposed to be a random starting, like just a random one with different colored tiles meaning different things, giving different effects. But Deathy's not going to even give him a chance to start it up. You'll start around 10? Cool. I don't know how long I'll be streaming this, but I'll be streaming for a while, I'd say. Getting rid of more things. Oh, battery fill. Oh. Holy crap. That is really, really, really bad. And they had no damage but a scratch. Wow. Well, good job on the manufacturer for that car then, I guess. Wow. Papyrus has just completely given up on doing this puzzle, so he's left a note on the ground for how to do it. It's a legible chicken scratch. Same. Whoa, what is this? It's a pile of mushy snow. Just sitting there. On the floor inside is a box of Pommer raisins. Aware of dog. Ples pet dog. I honestly can't blame her for having an anxiety attack from that event. That sounds from... That sounds like pretty stressful situation. I almost honestly, I mean, you can't even choose to have an anxiety attack, but I completely understand. Ah, okay. Yeah, it's definitely in a bad spot for it to happen, I can understand that. Which is good that you actually took over to actually get yourselves to a safer place. I wonder if I can actually go in here or not. So this is the bonus area that I was talking about. And I think there's a way to get in here by waiting a while, or doing a few things, and then the other way to get in is by doing the special thanks credits and not getting hit by anything, which is a very difficult task to actually achieve. You're surprisingly calm, fight or flight kicked in. Yeah, that... definitely a good thing that kicked in then. So there's just a bunch of snow lying around here. A lot of snow. 30G. Sweet. I've got a lot of money right now in this game. Pretty cool. And it looks like we have a dog. A greater dog. Adrenaline does that. Yeah, I've had moments of adrenaline kicking in and allowing me to do something with more focus than if it hadn't kicked in. Yes, Doggy! Unfortunately, Doggy is going bye-bye. But these are the things you can do with Dog. Welcome back, Emmy. You've come back at a bad time, unfortunately. You had bad timing on that part, because you just Got to witness a dog going bys. But hey, here's another dog. Hey, that's completely fine, Emmy. That's fine. You just take care of yourself. That's completely fine if you don't talk much. This character is an equal opportunity murderer. They just kill everything. Seems like Papyrus is having some hesitation actually activating this trap. Lucky for this game, the pixelated dogs aren't easy to get attached to for you. Cruz. Cruz? If I was doing a different playthrough, you would definitely become attached to the dogs. I just didn't interact with them enough to actually make that happen. Because I'm not that cruel. And yeah, no, I have to agree, I really can't stand dogs dying in any sort of media. Unfortunately for this run, you have to kill everything. So I had no choice but to do it. Okay. Guess we didn't need your help to have a good time after all. Say, I've been thinking. Seems you're gonna fight my brother pretty soon. Here's some friendly advice. If you keep going the way you are now, you're gonna have a bad time. So, something else that changes in this game? Stores. There's no one here. So, we can just steal whatever, and we can take everything that we see. With no punishments at all. So, I am going to take advantage of that. And we're going to put on the manly bandana, which actually has abs on it. Legit. It actually legit has abs on it. Alright. So I think we should be good on healing items now. I will, yeah. I'll keep all of this stuff with me. Save for one of these spider donuts. Or cider. Cider. Put the cider away. Is there anything in the inn? Oh, there is someone here. It's merely a decoy. Okay. Cool. Well, I can't use the inn at all, as it turns out. This town is just completely empty. Save for a single monster. This poor child. So ignorant. Okay. So I'm gonna take a look up here, see if there's anything lying around. Yep, alright. No one is here. At all. Everyone has run away. And for good reason. Alright, let's head out of here. Wow, this house is popular. Going into lurk mode, no problem, Cruz. Yeah, that's fine, Cruz. No worries. It's time for Papyrus to, do his thing. Okay, so this music is Papyrus's theme. Slowed down quite a bit. And Papyrus is trying his hardest to get the human to stop what they're doing because they are basically going to cause some horrible things if they continue on the path that they're taking. Papyrus is trying to be friends with the human, but Deathy doesn't care. So here's where things get more difficult. Mostly just because I really don't want to kill Papyrus. But I have to. So now he's dead. And even in death, he still believes in Deathy. Okay, Emmy, no problem. See you soon. Or see you later. Okay, so Papyrus put no effort into fighting at all. And, now we've got 18 enemies to kill. Okay. Is there anything here? Saw something behind the water. There's a camera. Well, that's weird. Oh, what is this? There's a tutu. Okay. Defense of 10. What is my defense now? Okay, well, let's put that on. I accidentally ate something. Whoops. Alright. Time to put the manly bandana away. I'm keeping these items because there is a place that I can go to sell all this stuff later on. And this is Undyne. So this kid has no idea what's going on right now, has no idea that this human, Deathy, is the one that's killing everything, and thinks that Undyne was just staring at them for no real reason, thinking it was awesome. So again, no puzzle solving needed here. They're all completed manually. And instead of having an exclamation point show up when a fight is about to start, instead you see a happy face. The character is all about the murder now. There's no real way out of it now. I mean, there might be, but Papyrus and his situation is generally the I think it's the last chance you have. So I'm just going to quickly open up a special path because you can actually put things here to get somewhere else. And I'm going to use all 4 so they actually open up to be a bridge, because otherwise you can't stand on them. So there's a quiche just hiding under there, and apparently the person that made it wasn't ready for the responsibility with it. Psychologically damaged spinach egg pie. So I'm just going to spend some time wandering around in here. What is this? Okay, so that's a reset. Bell Blossom. Can call the bridge seeds back to where they were. Cool. So yeah, I'm just going to wander around and... Here's Woshua. Your soul is unclean. So yeah, dialogue changes with enemies and other characters once you've gotten to this point, where they'll actually comment on your character and how creepy they seem. Because, I mean, honestly, they are pretty creepy right now. Just gonna see if I can read this sign. I don't think I've ever read it. So I will check it out. Congratulations! You failed the puzzle. Your dogs are making... Okay, no problem, Sean. See you soon. Hopefully those weird noises aren't a problem thing. You walk into Moldsmal. And they don't even want to fight. I could just spare them instantly. Six experience and 6 gold. Oh, and we have Woshua and Aaron. So Aaron's a little creepy. And tries to flirt with your character. Also likes to flex a lot. Okay, I'm gonna head back to the save point and check, see how much I've done so far. 12 left, okay. I get the feeling this is gonna start to take a while to get spawns. It just seems to happen for or, I mean, it's already happening right now. It's taken a while for this next random encounter to start up. But at least it's multiple enemies, which makes it go by a little faster. Like, if I can end up fighting groups of 2 or 3 enemies at a time, I think it will definitely make this go a little faster. And that will be pretty useful. And all of these flowers are actually called echo flowers, so they usually will have additional dialogue of just like characters that have been walking past talking. And so you'll get to read conversations from other characters. But because of the nature of this run, everyone has been scared away. So basically the flowers are silent because there's nothing for them to say, because nothing's been said. And apparently I should check a wall. Okay, let's see if I can find which wall I need to check. Unless it's already been done for me, in which case, never mind. Seems like it has been. Okay, I'll continue wandering around down here just to get the rest of the 10 enemies offed. The reason the spawns end up becoming so sparse is basically just the game punishing you for being such a horrible person and killing everyone. That's why the spawns become a little rarer, because the game is basically just punishing you for killing everything. So yeah, as I said, Aaron tries to flirt with the character or find out things about them. And I've just leveled up, so I should be level 10 now, sweet. Didn't get a full heal this time though, as it turns out. More Moldsmal. So I think there'll be 6 enemies left after this one. Oh, whoa, oh shit, what's happened? Analog stick, or game, or something happened. That was concerning, just automatically moving. Don't really want that to happen. Okay. I'll head back to the save point to find out just for sure how many there are left. And also because I can heal. I want to keep these items with me. 5 left. Cool. So maybe if I can get an encounter against 3, and then one against 2, or the opposite way around. Though it is entirely possible that the game will just make me end up fighting one by one, by one, by one, by one. When I was considering doing this run, I wasn't entirely sure if I actually wanted to do it or not. But then I just started doing it at uni because I couldn't actually play any other games because they shut down or blocked the necessary ports to actually log into Steam. So every time you try to log in on the website, you get a 504 error. And if you try to log on through the client, it just doesn't work. You'll either sit there waiting for it to log in forever, or it will show up with a message after a few seconds saying that it just can't connect. And it's a little annoying that they've done that, but I can also understand why they've done that, because they want to try and maintain a decent internet connection for everyone and stop them from playing games. Hey Emmy, welcome back. How was dinner? I'm still killing things. Still being a horrible, horrible person. And it's starting to take a while to get more spawns. So there's that. Dinner was amazing? That's awesome. That's good to hear. Okay, well, I guess the dogs were doing something then. Oh, here we go. Fight against 2, maybe a fight against 3. Oh god. So that's what was happening then. Okay. Well. many do I have left? 2 or 3? Two. Okay, almost done. Almost done, and then we can move onwards and actually explore the rest of this place rather than just killing things, so... yeah. Hopefully it doesn't take too long for these last 2 enemies. Hopefully they show up together. But it's also possible that they'll be individual, in which case I'll get this second last one. And then I'll have to wait, I don't know, another minute of walking around or more than that to get it going. But yeah, hopefully it doesn't take too long for this. This is basically, again, the game punishing you. So, yeah. Matesby. All the typos are happening. All the typos are happening in chat right now. What would a typo disease be called? Oh, sweet. Last 2 enemies are Moldsmols. Cool. They're done for. And rip. Shitty pieces. Determination. Okay. So everything is dead now. Literally all the enemies that we can fight now are dead. Shit typesis. Ah, okay. Shit typesis. Got it. Okay, and Undyne has found us. And yeah, if you get typosis, typosis. That sounds good. So if any of these arrows or spears hit you, you go into a mini battle screen where you have to avoid getting hit by arrows or spears. That's basically Undyne's attack. It's what she does. And it looks like she's picked up the Monster Kid instead of Deathy. And as a result, didn't really want to do any extra searching. And now the kid is extremely excited. This kid ends up falling on their face quite a bit. And a lot of the midway point save points have cheese. Well, I think all of them have cheese that's stuck to the table for some reason or another. That, or it's just inaccessible for some reason or another. Odd looking telescope. And there's something in here. Box for storing punch cards. And nobody's here, but apparently it was something for ice cream. Okay. So now that everything's dead again, we're not going to be having any actual encounters. It'll say, it'll show up and, you know, provide the random encounter and the fight thing, but then it will just end, because there's nobody to fight. Pair of ballet shoes. Yeah, that's definitely a good idea. No worries, Cruz. Alright, so now we've got ballet shoes, and they are our new weapon. So the tough glove is now done, and we're moving on to something else. And I'm going to head back to the box so I can put these away, so I have a little more inventory room. There we go. Always want to leave at least some room in the inventory so you can pick up stuff. Don't want to just fill it with healing items. Again, it doesn't matter which direction I go for that thing, but I guess I took the longer path. Okay, so we're almost done with this environment, I think. There's a few more things to go through, and then that'll be it. Oh, Chiron. Hiding in the corner, but still encountered. Oh shit, the ballet shoes are actually cool. Neat. Okay, so it's similar to the tough glove, but you do multiple inputs in a different thing. Welcome back, crew. Oh, I did it. Cool. I remembered how to do the puzzle. Sweet. Okay. And I've got an annoying dog in my inventory. And I'm carrying too many dogs. And now I'm not carrying too many dogs. So the dog has stolen this legendary artifact from me and absorbed it into itself. You had quiche for dinner. Oh, that's perfect. And now I have dog residue in my inventory. Which isn't actually a bad thing, it can actually provide some more healing items. The dog salad, which is a random healing item that can either provide you with a lot of healing or no healing. Or very little healing, rather. Alright, so now we're going through a rainy section, so we have an umbrella. Dog salad. It can be a variety of things. It can be a tennis ball, it could be literal garbage. It is basically a bunch of different things. So, yeah, you can eat literal garbage and get a full heal. Hogs a lad. God damn it, Sean. I don't think Undyne would be interested in beating up teachers. She'd probably be more interested in beating up Deathy. Ah, this is a nice moment, just walking in the shade, or in silhouetted sort of view, taking a look at the looming castle in the distance, and that is where we will end up going later on. Alright, I need to put the umbrella away, don't I? The amount of lads you had to serve today. Oh, that would have been so annoying. Okay, so I just climbed on the kid's shoulders, and I was apparently very rough with doing that. Again, showing this kid gives no shits, and just wants pain, death, destruction, and all that other stuff. Why did my stream randomly pause? It shouldn't have. It should still be going. It's working on my end. It's still working on my end, so I don't know what happened. Maybe you need to refresh. The amount of times you've had to kick people out and they dispute you with student comebacks like we've bought food, we're allowed to stay here. Yeah, no, I've still not dropped any frames whatsoever, so I don't know what was going on there. I don't know what happened. But whatever happened sucks. Yeah, okay, so Cruz somehow got into your PC and paused the stream. So blame Cruz. Oh, okay, that's fine. Jeez. So aggressive with this. Okay. It's all good. It's not all good. This is a dead end. Shit. Buying $3 doesn't excuse you from bringing 20 of your friends to a restaurant and making a mess. Yeah, that... People like that are just complete dicks and shouldn't be allowed to, Okay, so we've just fallen down, and there's a lot of garbage around here. Also a save point. Which is nice. Oh hey, look, there's a bike. It's just a slide whistle. It's a cooler. Space food bars. I don't have any room, do I? Let's eat a piece of snowman. Space food! What's this? DVD case for an anime. Claw marks on it. Oh, a regular training dummy. Yeah, let's beat it up. Punch it at full force. Feels good. Yeah. Fool! You think you can hurt me? I'm a ghost that lives inside a dummy! My cousin used to live inside a dummy too, until you came along! Not only did your actions cause them to leave their home, but now all their neighbors are gone too. Despicable! 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 You're the worst person I've ever met! I've never been more mad! Ah! My mannequin levels are going off the charts! Huh? This feeling. Eureka! 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 Human. That moment of unbridled emotion. It allowed me to finally fuse with my body. I'm fully corporeal now. My lifelong dream. Realized! In return, I guess I won't stomp you. How's that sound? Glad Dummy lets you go. I won't let it go. Nope. Dead. Sounded like the start of Final Countdown. Sean, you may have gotten extra followers from Late's stream. Before I went to bed, they actually did a caster command on you, so maybe people decided to follow you for that. But hey, you're like 3 off of 400, that's awesome. That is really cool. Oh, this is... So this is Napsterbluke's home, and he's not home. I think he's just fled. He's gone. Maybe from Cruise 2? It's potential, yes. Okay, this is all walled off. There's no one here. Talking to a friend for an hour, and you're definitely going to be streaming? You got more from Frisky? Oh, that's awesome. So even though Frisky's overtaken you, you did get a few followers sent over, which is that's cool. 400 hype. So this entire section is very different to the others. This is one of the only shopkeepers that doesn't leave. He just talks. And yeah, doing this run, our character has turned from protagonist to antagonist of the game. We're basically the bad guy now. So there is that. We also can't fast travel yet. No, that's until Hotland, I don't think. We might actually be able to fast travel. It's possible. But yeah, so things change quite a bit. I wonder if there's anything hidden. No. Okay, so we're almost at two cool sections of the game. So this bit here, you have to press these mushrooms to actually be able to see where you're going. Basically, light up a path. And I think there should be a path to Temmie Village. Is it going down here? There's a special village you can go to that has a different character in it, and you can get certain items from them. And it's I think, okay, there we go. This is it. So this is Temmie Village, and all of the Thames are gone, as it turns out. So I'm just going to quickly put all of these things away, and I'm going to swap them out for older items that I was using. Because I can actually sell these. This is the only place I can sell items. And all music is slowed down now, so Temmie music is a lot slower too. So yeah, I'm selling stuff to Tem. And Tem wants to go to Collig. And you can actually get more money if you, for the first offer, say no. So it's a good idea to do that. I think it may or may not happen for a few items. But yeah, so all of those items I'll I can't send Tem to college. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe if I do all the okay, I can't go and send Tem to college apparently. Let's get those healing items back. So, snowman piece, donut. And I'll leave a blank spot. Okay, time to continue on the main path. I think that's... yeah, okay, I need to go up to this area. Somehow. Oh right, that's right, I remember. I have to go down here and then I go back and I have an extra path that I can go down. So now that I've done this, I can... yep, go down this way. Okay. So... there's gonna be a, fairly difficult boss fight coming up. And I may die a lot. So be prepared for that. I'll try to be prepared for that. But yeah, there's gonna be a tough boss fight coming up. And it's also quite different to the pacifist playthrough. Behind you. So this kid is, again, very ignorant and doesn't realize that Undyne is trying to kill Deathy. More than just front row seats, Deathy is also on the stage. And the kid has just realized that. Okay. So that wasn't actually the boss fight. But what's coming up will actually be the boss fight, which is why there are a few save points around here. Now, unfortunately, the monster kid is still here. And Undyne's warned them to stay away, but unfortunately the kid ignored that. So now we have to fight the child. And all it says is, "in my way." And Undyne jumped in front right before I could actually hurt that child. So Undyne is dying. She got done in one hit. Okay, and here we go with the actual boss fight against Undyne, the Undying. The Undying versus Deathy. Reformed by her own determination to save Earth. Because we have become the bad guy. So here's the first real boss fight. And every boss fight has its own gimmick. Undyne's is arrows that you have to block with a shield. So apologies if I don't talk too much in this, because I'm going to need to concentrate. Because it's very easy to die. It happens very quickly. Luckily, when you die in this game, you aren't too far from the boss fight, so you can quickly jump straight back into it and continue onwards. So I'm just going to skip through all of this. Okay. So I'm going to be switching between using my controller and using my keyboard based on what the attacks do, because it's easier to use directions with the shield, easier to use an analog stick to actually move the heart around. Okay. Okay, so it's dinner time for me, so I'm going to be gone for 10-15 minutes. Yeah, I'll be back soon. I'll just drop out of this this boss fight and leave it, so I can play something else. I'll throw some music on for you guys. Alright. Cool. So I'll see you guys soon.